jump up and down on it.
I'm terribly sorry about that. The spray does tend to play havoc with one's calibration. I think I've managed to sort it out now, so let us continue. As I was saying, it's a supernatural battle to the death on King of the Monsters 2.
Greetings, Retro Unlimers. What on earth am I doing back here? Ah, well, a very special video in store for you today. A bite-sized Games Master combination for you all. How does that sound? Bad? Well, tough luck. You'll have to listen to me wittering on for a bit. Viewers of the second season of Games Master may remember a certain character called Auntie Marisha. She was a sort of in-joke, and she appeared at various times throughout the 16, 17, 18 episode series, might have even been more. The amount of content there is staggering. She appeared in the consultation zone, actually on the real show, bringing food out to Dominic or something. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've watched the whole series. But here she is. Good old Auntie Marisha, the bespectacled one. Oh, come to think of it, appearing in the consultation zone wasn't so much of an achievement, seeing as a chicken managed it one year. I wonder if it was a Blackburn Rovers supporter who took that along in protest. But forget that. Here we have our two contestants. It's Auntie Marisha herself. Well, what on earth is she doing here? Yes, the elderly can enjoy a good video game too.
Usually wins.
I'd rather not say.
Okay, well, I'm sure we're getting ready for...
The contestant here, if you would count Auntie Marisha as the gladiator, here's the contestant, Letty Edwards, who is still very well indeed as of last year and is still playing video games. How the heck do I know this? Well, her daughter posted a message on the YouTube video of just this. Now, isn't that sweet? But we're going to break off from that for just a second to comment on Dave Perry's very natty bandana. And when I say natty, I mean absolutely rubbish. He probably had a big cupboard full of those.
Okay, so this is the best of three. It's a best of three match. So are our two competitors ready? Then off you go.
Having seen the fourth series of Games World, I still can't get over how Auntie versus Letty. I still can't get over how young-looking Dave Perry looks in these earlier series.
Dear Auntie Marisha there, picked up Letty.
King of the Monsters never actually played it, but they seem to be enjoying it. It's the perfect game for these two to play. They used to use this game quite a lot in the Hewlin shows, to the point that I got sick of it and probably turned off, but I wouldn't have turned off here because we've got some joystick wiggling action with the OAPs. Well, no, Letty Edwards would have been about 50 by this point. And the second battle. Who cares? Not I. But my grandmother never used to play video games. She used to complain when we brought the Super Nintendo console round that it would destroy her television. And indeed, in those days, screen burn was a real problem. I destroyed my Ferguson television in that manner, but I didn't care one little bit. These days I don't know if plasma and LCD TVs suffer from the same problem, but it scarcely matters because you can buy another one for a tenner now, can't you, from the charity shop? Or if you're in the United States, a garage sale. It's garage sale. Posh people say garage, and I aspire to be a very posh person, as you can tell from way I talk, ain't it, like dude and such. Oh, it's that slam move again. Very, very cheap. Neo Geo. They didn't use many Neo Geo games, I don't think, on Games Master. According to Scott, anyway. But this proves that wrong. If you're watching this, Scott, well, there you go. Living proof that they had the budget to buy the big brick of a console that was the Neo Geo. That's not to say it was a bad console, just that it was a big, hulking behemoth. What's the deal with all those clocks? They've probably all got different times around the world, so people watching in Australia can't feel right at home. In fact, no, they all say 0, don't they? They probably shipped that in from a submarine somewhere, cost them £5 million. Either that, or they went to a shipwreck and dug it up. I like to think that that's what they did because it sounds a lot more interesting. Well done, Letty Edwards. Apparently still treasures her golden joystick to this day, as would I, if I ever won a golden joystick. Although I can still polish my joysticks, my regular joysticks for the Amstrad CPC. A cheater joystick? We're going to leave the innuendos there for now, because no doubt Dominic's going to make up for that in just a second, as the diver heads across the room, don't know if it's a male, don't know if it's a female, and hands it over to the glorious winner, overseen by the king of all he surveys, one David Andrew Perry. I have no idea if Andrew is his middle name. I just made that up for effect. Oh, what's that, a menu? They're going off for some lunch. Well, I'd like to say that the actor who played the diver here, whether it was male or female, certainly earned their cash. Very well done, diver. Very sexy indeed.
Your forehead to be slapped vigorously. See you next week. Good night.
Slap vigorously, yes. I wonder if they ever had to use those oxygen tanks. Oh, it's a female, yes. That's Dominic's concubine, following him down into the depths of wherever this is. The Games Rig, I think it was. Or was that Season 1? No, Season 1 was the church, wasn't it? The disused church. And Season 2 was the Games Rig. And I've blathered on for 6 minutes without stopping. Well, that's somewhat amazing, isn't it? Or not, considering some of those 5-hour-long live streams I've been doing of late. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Oh, Texaco? What's Texaco had to do with this? Thank you very much for watching this show. You're a real trooper for doing so, because I wouldn't wish such things on my worst enemy. Sayonara, Retro Unlimers. Yarr.